And to Kotamine Church we go. We walk through the nighttime town. It's past 1 in the morning and there's no one out at this time. The lights in the houses are out, and only the street lamps illuminate the silent town. Hey, Tosaka, are you planning to walk to the neighboring town?
そうよ。だって電車もバスも終わってるでしょ。いいんじゃない？たまには夜の散歩っていうのも。
Yeah, the buses and trains have stopped running. A walk at night is good once in a while, right?
Well, it's not just a walk because we're going to a certain location. I see. Then if I may ask, do you know how long it takes to get there? Oh, I was actually just guessing that. I was right.
Well, it should take about an hour walking. If it gets late, we can always take a taxi.
I won't waste that kind of money. And besides, what I mean is, it might be dangerous for girls to walk around at a time like this. You know it's dangerous, right? I won't be responsible if something happens. Well, you do also know that Tosaka's a magus, don't you, Shiro? I mean, like, she just told you she's a magus, so I don't think there's really much reason to worry, but...
Don't worry, nobody's going to mess with us. You may be forgetting, but Saber is really strong.
Yeah, and she also has Archer too, so... Oh. Yeah, because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know my own servant. She's right. Whoever it is, if someone attacks her, they will be counterattacked viciously. Saber's just gonna be casually be walking with us wearing a poncho.
Rin, what Shiro is saying, I did not quite understand.
Something he often likes to do.
Huh? Well, he was just making a big misunderstanding, or just being plain stupid. He's saying he'll help us if some pervert appears.
Which might happen.
What? Shiro is my master. I should be protecting him instead. I don't think he's thinking about that sort of thing. He seems unconcerned about magi and servants and all. I kind of wonder what's going on in his head.
I think we all kind of wonder that. Ellipsis. Tosaka and Saber now know each other well enough to talk to each other. Saber has been silent ever since I stopped her from going out dressed like she was. She said she wouldn't take off her armor, so I made her wear a raincoat, and she's been quiet ever since. Now, she follows me and only speaks to Tosaka. That's a great disguise, Saber.
Wait, where are you going, Emiya-kun? Isn't that the wrong way?
We need to get to the bridge, right? Then this will be a shortcut. I don't want to walk alongside them, so I quickly make my way to the small side road. They follow me without objection. We come into a park. We have to cross that bridge to go to the neighboring town of Shinto, but...
Wow, I didn't know about this road. I see. Since you can get to the bridge from the park, all you have to do is head for the park.
Tosaka looks up at the bridge, talking happily. Maybe it's just because it's nighttime. Tosaka's face, looking up at the bridge, seems even more beautiful than at school. I'm troubled. In my pants. Let's go. We shouldn't come here to play around. I hurry Tosaka, who's standing still in the park, and make my way up the stairs. Once we reach the road alongside the bridge, Shinto will be straight ahead of us. There's no one on the bridge. That's only natural, as not many people use it even during daytime. It's more normal to use the bus or the train to get to the neighboring town, so the bridge is rarely used. That's because it's so long and it carries a fear that it might collapse on you. That must be why this place isn't used for dates, even though it's perfect location-wise. That's stupid. What am I thinking? Saber is following me silently, and Tosaka is walking right beside me. She probably heard that, by the way. Trying to ignore them, I hurry across the bridge. Beyond the bridge, Tosaka leads us into the suburbs. When I think about Shinto, only the office buildings in front of the station come to mind, but there are streets from older times once you get away from the station. The suburbs are the most extreme of those. There are hilly roads and a high ground overlooking the sea. As you go further up the hill, there are fewer buildings and the foreigners' cemetery built on the slope of the hill can be seen. The church is up here. You must have been there at least once, right? Nope. No. I know it used to be an orphanage, though. You need to be saved, Shiro. You need to know the grace of Jesus. I see. Then it'll be your first time today. You should prepare yourself. The priest there is a difficult man to deal with. I can agree with her. Tosaka starts up the hill. Looking up, I can see a building at the top of the hill. A church atop the hill. I never thought I'd visit God's house for the first time for a reason like this. Wow, this is really awesome. The church is magnificent. The whole top of the hill must be the church's land, as a flat field welcomes me as soon as I reach the top. The church isn't that big, but it is compelling, towering over its visitors. Shiro, I will remain here. Huh? Why? I can't just leave you when we've come up here together. I did not come for the church. I followed to protect you. If your destination is the church, you should not go any farther. So I shall wait here for your return. Saber says clearly. It doesn't seem like she'll budge an inch, so I decide to respect her decision. Alright then, I'll be going. Yes, please do not let your guard down, whomever you are facing, Master. Oh, God. It is a large, impressive chapel. Since it's so large, many people must come here during the day. If he's entrusted with such a church, the priest here must be a man of character. That's one way to say it, I guess. Tosaka, what kind of person is the priest here? It's kind of hard to explain. I've known him for 10 years, but I still can't grasp his character. Kind of the evil, nefarious type. You've known him for 10 years? That's a pretty long relationship. Is he a relative of yours or something?
ついでに言うと兄弟子にして第二の師っていうところ。
He's not my relative, but he is my guardian. On top of that, he is my senior as an apprentice and my second teacher.
兄弟子って魔術師としての兄弟子？
Huh? Oh, right, cheer up. Fuck. Sorry about that, guys. Huh? Senior as an apprentice? You mean apprentice as a magus? No, she means she's trying to become a nun.
そうだけど、なんで驚くのよそこで。
That's right, but why are you so surprised?
だって神父さんなんだろ？神父さんが魔術なんてそんなのご法度じゃないか。
Because he's a priest. Aren't priests forbidden to use magic? By their nature, a magus and the church cannot be in harmony. The organization that the Magi belong to is called the Magic Association. And the other side of religion, the side you wouldn't see while living a normal life, is called the Holy Church. The two are barely similar. They cooperate in name, but they're always trying to kill each other when given the chance. The church hates heretics. They totally eliminate the inhuman, and they count magic-using humans among their targets. For the church, miracles are only given to the chosen holy saints. Any miracles handled by other people are heresies. There are no exceptions, even for those within the church. The higher one rises in the church, and the more one is prohibited from the the higher one rises in the church, the more one is prohibited from the impurity of magic. And for a follower entrusted with a church like this, and the more divine protection one receives, the more one should stay away from magic.
いや、そもそもここの神父さんってこっち側の人だったのか。
No, first of all, is the priest here on our side?
ええ、聖杯戦争の監督役を任されたやつだもの。バリッバリの大公者よ。まあ、最も神のご加護があるかどうかは疑問だけど。
Yes, he is the one supervising the Holy Grail War, after all. He is a real agent. Well, I don't know if he has divine protection, though. Tosaka's footsteps echo as she approaches the altar. It's bad manners to do that when the priest isn't here, but it's so late at night. He won't be in the chapel, so if he's anywhere, it will be in the private room in the back.
で、その神父さんはなんて言うんだ？さっきは琴峰とかなんとか言ってたけど。
So who is this priest? You said a name like Kotamine before.
名前は琴峰綺麗。父さんの教え子でね。もう10年以上顔を合わせてる腐れ縁よ。まあ。できれば知り合いたくなかったけど。
His name is Kotamine Kirei. He's a student of my father, and we've had an inseparable relationship for 10 years now. Well, I wish I'd never met him, though.
同感だ。私も死を敬わぬ弟子など申したことはなかった。
I feel the same way. I did not want an apprentice who did not respect her teacher.
A footstep. He must have noticed our entry as he slowly appears from the other side of the altar.
再三の呼び出しにも応じぬと思えば、変わった客を連れてきたな。彼が7人目というわけか、リン。
You didn't answer my repeated calls, and now you bring a strange guest. So he is the seventh one, Rin.
そう。一応魔術師だけど、中身は点で素人だから見てられなくって。
Right, he's a magus, but he's pretty much a beginner, so I just couldn't let him be.
確かマスターになった者は、ここに届けを出すのが決まりだったわよね。あんたたちが勝手に決めたルールだけど、今回は守ってあげる。
I believe it was the rules to report here when one becomes a master, right? It's a rule you invented, but I'll follow it this time.
それは結構。なるほど。ではその少年には感謝しなくてはな。
Very well. Then I must thank this young man.
The priest called Kotamine slowly turns to me. Without realizing, I step back. He's not scary at all. I don't feel any hostility from him. but this priest still has a presence that makes the air around him feel heavy.
私はこの教会を任されている琴峰キレイというものだが
I am Kotomine Kirei, the one entrusted with this church.
君の名は何というのかな
What is your
7
name,
人目のマスター
Seventh Master?
エミヤシロけど俺はまだマスターなんてものになった覚えはないからな
Emiyashiro, but I haven't agreed to this master thing yet. I glare back at the priest, trying not to lose against his presence.
エミヤシロ
Emiyashiro. Huh? The weight on my back turns into a chill. The priest slowly smiles as if he's met someone pleasant. That smile, it makes me...
礼を言うエミヤよくリンを連れてきてくれた君がいなければあれは最後までここには訪れなかったろ
I thank you, Emiya. You have brought Ren here. If it were not for you, she would have not come. The priest makes his way toward the altar. Tosuka moves away from the altar and stands beside me.
では始めようエミヤシロ君はセイバーのマスターで間違いはないか
Then let us start, Emiyashiro. You are Saber's master, correct?
それは違う確かに俺はセイバーと契約したけどマスターとか聖杯戦争とかそんなことを言われても俺には点でわからない
That's wrong. I certainly made a contract with her, but I don't understand this whole Master and Holy Grail War thing.
マスターっていうのがちゃんとした魔術師がなるものなら他にマスターを選び直した方がいい
If a master should be a proper magus, then you should go and choose a more suitable person.
なるほどこれは重症だ彼は本当に何も知らないのかリン
I see. This is serious. Does he really know nothing, Rin?
だから素人だって言ったじゃないそのあたりからしつけてあげてそういう追い込み得意でしょあんた
I told you he's a beginner. Train him from the very first steps, will you? You're really good at that, right? Tosuka urges the priest.
ほうこれはそういうことか
Oh, I see. That's how it is, huh?
よかろお前が私を頼ったのはこれが初めてだ
I understand. This is the first time you have ever depended on me.
エミヤシロには感謝をしてもし足りないな
Emiyashiro, I can never thank you enough. Father Kotomine laughs. Their conversation makes me feel uneasy. Yeah, I don't think you're alone in feeling that way,
ま
Shiro.
ず君の勘違いを正そう
First, let us correct your misunderstandings.
いいかエミヤシロマスターというものは他人に譲れるものではないしなってしまった以上やめられるものでもない
Listen, Emiyashiro, Master is not a role you can give to someone else, nor it is something you can stop being once you are chosen.
その腕に霊樹を刻まれた者はたとえ何者であろうとマスターを辞めることはできん
Those who have those command spells carved on them cannot resign from being a master. You must accept that fact.
やめることはできないって
Why can't I
どう
quit?
してだよ
霊樹とは聖魂でもあるマスターとは与えられた試練だ都合が悪いからといって放棄することはできん
The command spell is a holy mark. Becoming a master is a trial placed upon you. You cannot escape it just because it is inconvenient.
その痛みからは聖杯を手に入れるまでは解放されない
You cannot be released from that pain until you obtain the Holy Grail.
お前がマスターを辞めたいというのであれば聖杯を手に入れ斧が望みを叶えるより他はあるまいそうなれば何もかもが元通りだぞエミヤシロ
If you wish to retire from being a master, all you can do is obtain the Holy Grail and wish for it. If you do that, Everything will be as you desire, Emiyashiro.
お前の望み、そのうちに溜まった泥を全てかき出すこともできる。そうだ。初めからやり直すこととて可能だろうよ。
Your wishes, even cleaning out all the mud inside of you, is possible. Yes, it is even possible to start everything over again.
故に望むがいい。
Therefore, you should desire it.
もしその時が来るのなら、君はマスターに選ばれた幸運に感謝するのだからな。その目に見えぬ火傷の跡を消したいのならば、成婚を受け入れるだけでいい。
If the time comes, you will appreciate being chosen as a master. If you wish to erase those burns that cannot be seen, all you have to do is accept that holy mark. What? I feel dizzy. The priest's words don't make any sense. They just confuse me more and more as I listen. But still, his words soak into my brain and clot like blood.
キレ、回りくどい真似はしないで。私は彼にルールを説明してあげてって言ったのよ。
Kire, don't go off
誰も
topic.
傷を開けなんて言ってない。
I asked you to tell him the rules. I didn't ask you to open up his old wounds. A voice cuts in.
父さん。
Tosaka? That clears up my dizzy head. It's like he had us in a trance or something.
こういった
He had me in a trance. I was about to, well, more like he had me bored, but
すべて勘違いしたまま道徳を拭い去ってやろうと思ったのだが
I see. It is pointless to say anything to these kinds of people, so I was trying to take away his morality while he still misunderstood.
情けは人のためならずとはよく言ったものだつい私自身も楽しんでしまった
I guess it's true that compassion is not good for others, and I rather enjoyed it too.
何よ、彼を助けるといいことあるっていうの？あんたに。
What? Does it do you good to help him?
あるとも人を助けるということはいずれ自身を救うということだからな
Of course. Helping people means saving yourself in the end. Well, it won't do any good to preach it to you now, or to preach to you now.
では本題に戻ろうかエミヤシ
Emiyashiro. So, let us return to the main topic, Emiyashiro.
君が巻き込まれたこの戦いは
It's info dumping time, kids. The battle you've been dragged into is called the Holy Grail War.
7人のマスターが7人のサーバントを用いて繰り広げる争奪戦
Have you learned from Rin that this is an all-out war between 7 masters using servants, or using 7 servants?
聞いてる。7人のマスターで殺し合うっていうふざけた話だろ。
I did. It's some ridiculous thing where 7 masters kill each other, right?
そうだだが我らとて好きでこのような非道を行っているわけではない
Indeed, but we are not committing these inhuman acts because we want to.
全ては聖杯を得るにふさわしいものを選抜するための儀式だ
Everything is a ritual to determine who is the most suitable to receive the Holy Grail.
何しろ物が物だからな所有者の選定にはいくつかの試練が必要だ
Because of its greatness, we require trials to determine its owner. What trials? I'll bet this priest doesn't think of the Holy Grail War thing as a trial.
待てよ。さっきから聖杯聖杯って繰り返してるけど、それって一体何なんだ
Hold on, you keep saying Holy Grail War,
本当
but
に
what is
聖
it?
杯だって言うんじゃないだろうな。
You can't possibly mean the actual Holy Grail, right? Well, what the fuck else could he mean? The Holy Grail. A grail said to have received the blood of the Christ. Of the Christ. It is considered to be one of the greatest holy relics and said to be capable of many miracles. The most common rumor about it is the one who obtains the Holy Grail will obtain the world. But that's just an invention. After all, the Holy Grail itself is almost something that exists but doesn't exist. A Holy Grail that makes wishes come true certainly appears in many folklores and legends around the world. But that's it. A fictional power that doesn't exist and isn't possible. That is the Holy Grail.
どうなんだ、琴峰綺麗。あんたの言う聖杯は本当に聖杯なのか?
So answer, Kotomine Kirei. Is the Holy Grail you're talking about really the Holy Grail?
もちろんだとも。この町に現れる聖杯は本物だ。その証拠の一つとして、サーバントなどという法外な奇跡が起きているだろう。
Of course. The Holy Grail that appears in this town is real. As a proof, the great miracle of the servants has occurred.
過去の英霊を呼び出し刺激する。いいな。すでに死者の蘇生に近いこの奇跡は魔法と言える。
Summoning and controlling past heroes. No. A miracle close to resurrecting the dead is almost sorcery.
これだけの力を持つ聖杯ならば、持ち主に無限の力を与えよう。物の心眼など、その事実の前には無価値だ。
A Holy Grail with this much power shall grant its owner unlimited power. The object's unreality is worthless in front of that truth. So, he means that even if it's a fake, it doesn't matter if it has powers that would overwhelm even the true Holy Grail.
いいぜ。仮に聖杯があるとする。けど、ならなんだって聖杯戦争なんてものをさせるんだ。聖杯があるんなら殺し合うことなんてない。それだけすごいものならみんなで分ければいいだろう。
Alright, let's assume there really is a Holy Grail. Then why is it required to do something like the Holy Grail War? We shouldn't be killing each other if the Holy Grail exists. If the Holy Grail is so great, we can all share its power.
もっともな意見だが、そんな自由は我々にはない。
That is a fair argument, but we do not have such freedom.
聖杯を手にする者はただ一人。
Only one person can obtain the Holy Grail.
それは私たちが決めたのではなく、聖杯自体が決めたことだ。
That is not something we chose, but what the Holy Grail has decided.
7人のマスターを選ぶのも、7人のサーバントを呼び出すのも、すべては聖杯自体が行うこと。
The Holy Grail decides the 7 masters and summons the 7 servants.
これは儀式だと言っただろう。聖杯は自らを持つにふさわしい人間を選び、彼らを競わせて、ただ一人の持ち主を選定する。
I told you this is a ritual. The Holy Grail chooses the people suitable to obtain it, and selects its appropriate owner by making them fight for it.
それが聖杯戦争。聖杯に選ばれ、手に入れるために殺し合う恒例儀式というわけだ。
That is the Holy Grail War, a ritual where those chosen by the Holy Grail kill each other to obtain it. The priest speaks plainly. I have no rebuttal, and I look down at my left hand. The command seal, excuse me, or spell, command spell. You could say either one. There is the mark they call the command spell. It must mean that as long as I have this mark, I cannot quit being a master.
納得いかないな。一人だけしか選ばれないにしたって、他のマスターを殺すしかないっていうのは気に食わない。
I'm not convinced. Even though only one person can be chosen, I don't like the idea that all we can do is kill the other masters.
ちょっと待って。殺すしかないっていうのは誤解よ、ヘミヤ君。別にマスターを殺す必要はないんだから。
Huh? Hold on. You're misunderstanding if you think that you have to kill them. There's no need to kill the masters.
はあ？だって殺し合いだって言ったじゃないか。琴峰もそう言ってたぞ。
Huh? But you said we have to kill each other. Kotomine said so too.
殺し合いだ。
You will kill each other.
綺麗は黙ってて。この町に伝わる聖杯っていうのは霊体なの。だから物としてあるわけじゃなくて、 特別な儀式で呼び出す。
You be quiet,
つまり
Kirei.
降霊するしかないってわけ。
Now, the Holy Grail in this town is in spirit form. It's not something with form, so it's something we have to call by a special ritual, meaning we have to materialize it.
で、呼び出すことは私たち魔術師だけでもできるんだけど、これが霊体である以上、私たちには触れられない。
We can call for it as
この意味わか
magi,
る？
but since it is in spirit form, we cannot reach it. Do you understand what that means?
わかる。霊体には霊体しか触れられないんだろ。
Yeah, only spirits can touch spirits, right?
ああ、だからサーバントが必要なのか。
Oh, that's why you need the servants.
そういうこと。ぶっちゃけた話、聖杯戦争っていうのは自分のサーバント以外のサーバントを撤去させるってことよ。
Exactly.
だからマスターを殺さなければならないという決まりはないの。
To put it simply, the goal of the Holy Grail War is to eliminate all servants except your own, so there's no rule that you have to kill all the masters. But you probably should. Man, she could have told me that earlier. Honestly, Tosaka and this priest were being mean. They were being mean to me. Now I'm relieved. So even if we enter this Holy Grail War, Tosaka's not going to die. Well, let's not get too hasty here. We don't know that for sure.
そういう考えもできるか。
I see. I guess that is one way to think.
ではエミヤシロ、一つ尋ねるが、君は自分のサーバントを倒せると思うか？
Then let me ask you, Emiyashiro, do you think you can beat your own servant? What? Beat Saber? That's impossible, especially for somebody like you. In the first place, magic is useless against her, and she's skilled with her sword.
ではもう一つ尋ねよう。つまらぬ問いだが、君は自分がサーバントより優れていると思えるか？
Then let me ask you one more thing. It is a boring question, but do you think you are superior to your servant? What the fuck? What's he saying? I can't beat Saber, so there's no way I'm superior to her. For this question, my answer will always be that I'm weaker than my servant, so... Oh.
そういうことだ。サーバントはサーバントをもってしても破りがたい。ならばどうするか。
That's right. Servants are hard to defeat even with a servant. So what should you do?
そら、実に単純な話だろう。サーバントはマスターがいなければ存在できぬ。いかにサーバントが強力であろうと、マスターが潰されれば、そのサーバントも消滅する。
See, it's such a simple solution. Servants can only exist with a master. No matter how powerful the servant will disappear if the master dies. So... That's right, it's a natural solution. No one would choose to take the hard way. If you want to win, the most effective way is to kill the servants, or the most effective way to kill the servants would be to kill their masters instead. Yeah, pretty much.
ああ、サーバントを消すためにはマスターを
But of course we're not going to use that
倒した
method.
方が分かっ
Okay, I understand that killing the master is an effective way to eliminate other servants.
たけど、それじゃ逆にサーバントが先にやられたらマスターはマスターでなくなるのか。聖杯に触れられるのはサーバントだけなんだろう。ならサーバントを失ったマスターには価値がない。
But then, if their servant gets killed, does that make someone not a master anymore? Only servants can touch the Holy Grail, right? Then there is no point to a master that doesn't have a servant.
いや、霊樹がある限りマスターの権利は残る。マスターとはサーバントと契約できる魔術師のことだ。霊樹があるうちはいくらでもサーバントと契約できる。
No, the right to be a master still remains as long as you have the command spell. A master is a magus that can form a contract with servants. As long as you have the command spell, you can form a contract with servants.
マスターを失ったサーバントはすぐに消えるわけではない。彼らは体内の魔力が尽きるまでは現世にとどまれる。 そういったマスターを失ったサーバントがいれば、サーバントを失ったマスターとて再契約が可能となる。
The servants whose masters are killed do not disappear right away. They can stay in this world until their magical energy runs out. If such abandoned servants exist, a master with no servant can form a contract with them that will allow them to rejoin the war.
だからこそ、マスターはマスターを殺すのだ。下手に生かしておけば、新たな障害になる可能性があるからな。
That is why masters kill other masters. Because if you allow them to live, there is a risk that they will impede you in the future.
じゃあレイジを使い切ったら、そうすれば他のサーバントと契約できないし、自由になったサーバントも他のマスターとくっつくだろう。
So what if you use up your command spell? Then you won't be able to form a contract with other servants, and the freed servant will go off with someone else too.
待って、それは。
Wait, that's...
それはその通りだ。レイジさえ使い切ってしまえば、マスターの責務からは解放されるな。
Yes, you're right. If you use up your command spell, you will be liberated from your duty as a master.
もっとも、強力な魔術を行えるレイジを無駄に使うなどという魔術師がいるとは思えないが。
However, I do not think a magus exists that would waste a command spell that allows them to use such powerful magic.
いたとしたら、そいつは半人前どころか、ただのふぬけということだろう。
If there exists such a magus, he isn't even an amateur, but just a chicken. Fried chicken. The priest laughs as if he knows what I'm thinking about. I'm annoyed. That priest is making fun of me. I think he's trying to provoke me. What gave you that idea? I mean, was it just his evil demeanor? You must understand now. So we will finish the explanation of the rules. Well then, let us return to the beginning, Emiyashiro. Let's resume the lecture. You said you have no intention of becoming a master. Do you still feel that way? If you want to abandon your responsibility as a master, that is fine too.
君が今考えた通り、レイジを使い切ってセーバーとの契約を立てばよい。その場合、聖杯戦争が終わるまで、君の安全は私が保証する。
As you have realized, you may use up your command spell to end your contract with Saber. In that case, I will guarantee your safety until the Holy Grail War ends.
ちょっと待った。なんだってあんたに安全を保証されなくちゃいけないんだ。自分の身ぐらい自分で守る。
Hold on. Why do you have to guarantee my safety? I can protect myself. No, you can't.
私とて、お前に構うほど暇ではない。だがこれも決まりでな。
I do not have enough free time to care for you either, but this is one of the rules.
私は繰り返される聖杯戦争を監督するために派遣された。
I've been dispatched to supervise the repeating Holy Grail War.
故に、聖杯戦争による犠牲は最小限にとどめなくてはならない。
That is why I must minimize the victims of the war.
マスターで亡くなった魔術師を保護するのは、監督役として最優先事項なのだよ。
Protection of magi who lose their claims to being a master is one of my biggest responsibilities as the supervisor.
繰り返される聖杯戦争。
Repeating Holy Grail War? Hold on. Repeating? Does he mean that this kind of battle has happened many times before?
それどういうことだよ。聖杯戦争っていうのは今に始まったことじゃないのか。
What do you mean? The Holy Grail War didn't just start now?
無論だ。でなければ監督役などというものが派遣されると思うか。
Of course not. Do you think a supervisor would have been dispatched if it were so?
この教会は
And wouldn't you think that Rin would be surprised as to the whole summoning of servants thing and you having Saber and her having Archer and all that? You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't think they'd have any sort of prior knowledge, so they'd have no fucking clue what's going on, just like you do. But that's not the case, Shiro, because you're so fucking stupid. This church bears a duty to recover the holy relics, as we are the lowest of the special agencies. Originally, it was our goal to research and recover the Holy Cross. But here, we have a duty to investigate the Holy Grail.
極東の地に観測された第726聖杯を調査し、
Holy
これ
shit.
が正しいものであるのなら回収し、そうでなければ否定しろとな。
We have to investigate the 726th Holy Grail that has appeared in this far eastern land. We must recover it if it is real, and dispute it if it is not.
726って聖杯ってのはそんなにたくさんあるのか
726th? That many Holy Grails?
さあ、少なくともらしきものならばそれだけの数があったということだろう。
Who knows? It just means that there have been at least that many things that seemed like one.
そしてその中の一つがこの町で観測される聖杯であり、聖杯戦争だ。
And one of those is the Holy Grail from the Holy Grail War observed in this town.
記録では200年ほど前が一度目の戦いになっている。
According to our records, it is the first battle occurred in about 200, or the first battle occurred 200 years ago.
以後、約50年周期でマスターたちの戦いは繰り返されている。
Since then, the battle between masters have been repeating in a cycle of about 60 years.
聖杯戦争はこれで5度目。前回が10年前であるから、今までで最短のサイクルということになる。
This is the fifth Holy Grail War. Since the last one was 10 years ago, this will be the shortest cycle yet.
正気かお前ら。こんなことを今まで4度も続けてきたって。
What? Are you guys insane? You guys have repeated this thing 4 times already?
まったく同感だ。お前の言う通り、連中はこんなことを何度も繰り返してきたのだよ。
I feel the same way. As you said, people have repeated this event many times.
そう。
Yes.
過去繰り返された聖杯戦争はことごとく苛烈を極めてきた。マスターたちは斧が欲望に突き動かされ、魔術師としての教えを忘れ、ただ無差別に殺し合いを行った。
In the past, the Holy Grail Wars were terrible. Masters were driven by their desires, forgot their teachings as magi, and just killed each other indiscriminately.
君も知っていると思うが、魔術師にとって魔術を一般社会で使用することは第一の罪悪だ。
I think you already
魔術師
know,
は斧が正体を人々に知られてはならないのだからな。
but it is the highest crime for a magus to use his magic in public. A magus cannot allow his identity to be revealed to the public.
だが、過去のマスターたちはそれを破った。
But masters in the past have violated that.
魔術協会は彼らを戒めるために監督役を派遣したが、
And again, if you guys have seen Fate Zero, you'll know what he is talking about.
その時に派遣されたのが私の父というわけだが、
The Magic Association dispatched a supervisor to caution them, but they only made it in time for the Third Holy Grail War. The one dispatched then was my father. Do you understand now, boy?
監督役が必要な理由は分かった。
Yeah, I understand we need a supervisor.
けど、今の話からすると、この聖杯戦争っていうのはとんでもなくタチが悪いものなんじゃないのか。
But from what you said, isn't this Holy Grail War fundamentally bad?
ほう、たちが悪いとはどのあたりだ。
Oh? How is it bad?
だって、以前のマスターたちは 魔術師のルールを破るような奴らだったんだろ
Because the past Magi were people who would break the rules of the Magi, right?
なら仮に聖杯があるとして最後まで勝ち残った奴が聖杯を私利私欲で使うような奴だったらどうする平気で人を殺すような奴にそんなものが渡ったらまずいだろ
Then let's say this Holy Grail thing really exists. What will you do if the one who remains is someone who uses the Holy Grail selfishly? It's bad if such a thing is obtained by someone who has no problem killing others.
魔術師を監視するのが教会の仕事なら
Well, who would ever do that, Shiro? I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. If it is the job of the association to look after Magi, then shouldn't you guys be punishing those kinds of people? I don't think they give a fuck. I question with little hope. With a little hope. With a little hope, okay. Same difference. But as I expected, Kotomine Akire laughs.
まさか私利私欲で動かぬ魔術師などおるまい。我々が管理するのは聖杯戦争の決まりだけだ。その後のことなど知らん。どのような人格が聖杯を手に入れようが教会は関与しない。
Of course not. There are no Magi who will act outside their own interests. We only supervise the rules of the Holy Grail War. We do not care about what happens afterwards. The association is not concerned with the kind of person that obtains the Holy Grail.
そんなバカなじゃあ聖杯を手に入れたマスターが最悪な奴だったらどうするんだよ
That's ridiculous. What if the master that obtains the Holy Grail is the worst guy possible? Like Imiyashiro.
だが私たちではどうしようもない。持ち主を選ぶのは聖杯だ。そして聖杯に選ばれたマスターを止める力など私たちにはない。
It would be problematic, but we can do nothing. It is the Holy Grail that chooses its owner, and we do not have the power to stop a master who has been chosen by the Holy Grail.
何しろ望みを叶える暁だ。手に入れたものはやりたい放題だろうさ。
It is a grail that makes wishes come true, after all. The one who obtains it will be able to do as he pleases.
しかし、それが嫌だというのなら、お前が勝ち残ればいい。他人を当てにするよりは、その方が何よりも確実だろう。
But if you do not want that, then all you have to do is win it yourself. That is the most reliable way, isn't it? Kotomine is trying to hold back his laughter. It's like he's enjoying my clumsy inability to accept the facts.
どうした少年。今のはいいアイデアだと思うのだが。
What's wrong,
参考
boy?
にする気はないのかな。
I think that was a good idea. So will you not accept it?
そんなの余計なお世話だ第一俺には戦う理由がない聖杯なんてものに興味はないしマスターなんて言われても実感が湧かない
That's none of your business. Anyway, I don't have any reason to fight. I'm not interested in the Holy Grail, and I don't feel like a master even if you tell me I am. I hate you, Dad. I don't want to fight.
では聖杯を手に入れた人間が何をするか。それによって最悪が起きたとしても興味はないのだな。
Oh, so you're not concerned about what the winner of the Holy Grail would do, even if it leads to disaster. Oh, he
それは
just got you there, Shiro. That's... I can't answer that question. Crap, his words are violent. They force the truth onto me, whether I want it or not.
理由がないのならそれも結構。ならば10年前の出来事にもお前は関心を持たないのだな。
That is fine, if you have no reason to fight. So are you not troubled by what happened 10 years ago?
10年前
10 years ago.
そうだ。前回の聖杯戦争の最後にな。ふさわしくないマスターが聖杯に触れた。
Oh, I wonder who that was. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
その時に残された災害の爪痕だけだ。
That's right. At the end of the last Holy Grail War, an unsuitable master touched the Holy Grail. I do not know what that master wished for. All we know is the results of the disaster that came afterwards.
That's right.
For an instant, that image of hell flashes in my head.
待ってくれ。まさかそれは。
Hold on, that can't be.
そう。
But it is.
この町に住む者なら誰もが知っている出来事だよ。エミヤシロ。
It is. It is an event that everybody in this town knows about. Emiyashiro.
死傷者500名。焼け落ちた建物は実に134棟。未だもって原因不明とされる。あの火災こそが。
500 killed or wounded. 134 buildings burned down. That inferno, still unexplained, is the remains of the Holy Grail War. I feel sick. My vision blurs. And I faint. I lose concentration and I can't focus my eyes. My body stumbles. But I hold myself firm. I hold on to consciousness by clenching my teeth. I hold back my nausea with the anger boiling up inside of me.
エミヤ君、どうしたのよ。いきなり顔面真っ白にしちゃって。そりゃあんまり気持ちのいい話じゃなかったけど、ほら、なんなら少し休んだりする？
Emiya-kun, what's wrong? You're pale white. I know it's not a comfortable story, but if you want, we can take a rest for a while. I must have looked terrible. I think it's very rare for Tosaka to be worried like that.
心配無用だ。遠坂の変な顔を見たら治った。
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Don't worry, I feel better after seeing your weird face.
ちょっと、そ
Yeah,
れどういう
exactly.
意味よ。
Hey, just what is that supposed to mean?
いや、タイはないんだ。
Of course you
言葉
don't.
通りの意味だから気にするな。
Oh, I have no hidden intentions. I meant it literally, so don't worry about it.
ならいいけど、って余計に悪いじゃない、このド変僕。
Well, fine. Hey, that's worse, you big oaf.
And then I get kicked in the balls. The school's #1 honor student, Tosaka Rin, smacks me in the head. Okay, well, it's not as bad. That does it. With that, the nausea and anger go away.
サンキュー。本当に助かったから、あんまりいじめないでくれ。遠坂。
Thanks, you really did help.
今はもう少し聞かなくちゃいけないことが。
So don't bully me too much. I have a few more things to ask about. She looks like she hasn't hit me enough, but she still lets me continue.
ほう、まだ質問があるのか。いいぞ。言いたいことは全て言ってしまえ。
Oh, you still have questions? Alright. Let out everything you want to say.
He should know what I want to ask, yet he asks me to go on.
Fine. Emiyashiro won't lose to you.
じゃあ聞く。あんた、聖杯戦争は今回が5回目だって言ったな。なら、今まで聖杯を手に入れた奴はいるのか？
Then I'll ask, you said this is the 5th Holy Grail War. Then, has anyone ever obtained the Holy Grail?
当然だろう。そう毎回全滅などという決めは起きん。
Of course. A sad event like that annihilation doesn't happen every time.
じゃあ、
Then,
早まるな。手に入れるだけならば簡単だ。何しろ聖杯自体はこの教会で管理している。手に取るだけならば私は毎日触れているぞ。
do not be hasty. It is easy to just obtain it, after all. It is easy to just obtain it. After all, the Holy Grail is managed in this church. If you speak of just touching it, I touch it every day. Oh yeah, touch it every day.
Huh? The Holy Grail is at this church?
もっともそれは器だけ。
Tosaka is not pleased.
先ほどリンが言っただろう。聖杯とは霊体だと。
Of course, it is only the vessel. It is empty. Ren said it earlier that the Holy Grail is in spirit form.
この教会に保管してあるのは極めて精巧に作られた聖杯のレプリカだ。これを触媒にして本物の聖杯を降霊させ、願いを叶える杯にする。そうだな。マスターとサーバントの関係に近いか。
What we maintain is a well-made replica of the
そう
Holy
やって
Grail.
一時的に本物となった聖杯を手にした男は確かにいた。
We use this as a catalyst to draw down the real Holy Grail and transform it into a grail that grants wishes. It's like the relationship between servants and masters. Yes, there was indeed a man who obtained the real Holy Grail temporarily, using that method.
じゃあ聖杯は本物だったのか。あ、いや、手にしたっていうそいつは一体どうなったんだ。
Then, was that Holy Grail real? No, what happened to the guy who obtained it? Misery and sadness.
その聖杯は完成には至らなかった。バカな男がつまらぬ干渉に流された結果だよ。
Nothing. The Holy Grail was imperfectly completed. It was the result of a foolish man, affected by sentiment. Someone like you. With the previous pressure gone, the priest narrows his eyes as if in regret.
どういうことだ。聖杯は現れたんじゃないのか。
What do you mean? Didn't the Holy Grail appear?
聖杯を表すだけならば簡単だ。7人のサーバントが揃い、時間が経てば聖杯は現れる。リンの言う通り、確かに他のマスターを殺める必要などないのだ。
It is easy just to make the Holy Grail appear. Once the 7 servants are present, the Holy Grail will appear in time. As Rin said, there is no need to kill other masters.
だがそれでは聖杯は完成しない。あれは自らを得るにふさわしい持ち主を選ぶ。故に戦いを回避した男には聖杯など手に入らなかった。
But that does not complete the Holy Grail. That thing decides its own appropriate master, and for that reason, it could not be obtained by a man who avoided battles.
要するに他のマスターと決着をつけずに聖杯を手に入れても無意味ってことでしょ。
Huh, so that just means it's useless to obtain the Holy Grail without settling matches with other masters.
前回一番初めに聖杯を手に入れたマスターはアマちゃんだったのよ。
Oh,
マスターとは戦いたくないのに
Shiro, if you knew who she was talking about, you should feel pretty offended by that. The master who obtained the Holy Grail in the first and the last war was just a chicken. He just ran away from the Holy Grail, saying that he didn't want to fight other masters. So saying, Tosaka looks away from Kotomine.
嘘。
No way. Does that mean Kotomine was one of the masters in the last war? And that he retired because he refused to fight in spite of obtaining the Holy Grail? You're kinda wrong.
琴峰。あんた戦わなかったのか。
Kotomine, you didn't fight? Wrong about that too.
途中まで戦いはした。だが判断を間違えた。結果として私は空の聖杯を手にしただけだ。
I did until halfway, but I made a bad decision. As a result, I obtained a nearly empty Holy Grail.
もっとも私ではそれが限界だったろう。何しろ他のマスターたちはどいつもこいつも化け物揃いだったからな。
Well, I guess that was my
私は真っ先
limit
にサーバン
anyway.
トを失い、そのまま父に保護されたよ。
Because the other masters were all monstrous, I lost my servant first and was taken under my father's protection.
思えば監督役の息子がマスターに選ばれるなど、その時点であってはならぬことだったのだ。
Come to think of it, it was inappropriate for a son of the supervisor to be chosen as a master.
父はその折に亡くなった。以後 私は監督役を引き継ぎ、この教会で聖杯を守っている。
Father died at that time. Since then, I have succeeded the role of the supervisor, and I protect the Holy Grail at this church. Saying that, the priest called Kotomine Kire turns around. Before him stands the symbol of worship.
話はここまでだ。
That is the end of our conversation.
聖杯を手にする資格がある者はサーバントを従えたマスターのみ。君たち7人が最後の一人となった時、聖杯はおのずと勝者のもとに現れよう。
The only ones qualified to obtain the Holy Grail are those who have servants. When there is only one of you left, the Holy Grail should naturally appear in front of you.
その戦い、聖杯戦争に参加するかの意思をここで決めよう。
Tell me your decision as to if you want to join this battle, the Holy Grail War, now. The priest requests my final decision. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I had no reason to fight until just now. Now, I have a reason to fight and a will to fight, but I can't fight. But can I really accept that?
まだ迷っているのか。
Are you still undecided?
いいか、マスターというものはなろうとしてなれるものではない。そこにいるリンは長く魔術師として修練してきたが、だからといってマスターになるのが決定されていたわけではないのだ。
Look, a master is not something you can be just because you want to. Rin has been training long as a magus, but it was not determined that she would be a master.
決定されていたものがあるとすれば、それは心構えができていたかいないかだけだろう。
All that could be decided beforehand was whether to prepare for it or not.
マスターに選ばれるのは魔術師だけだ。魔術師ならばとうに覚悟などできていいよ。
Only magi are chosen as masters. If you were a magus, you should have been ready already.
それがないというのならば仕方があるまい。
I guess it cannot be helped if you say you are not.
お前もお前を育てた師も出来損ないだ。そんな魔術師に戦われても迷惑だからな。今ここで霊樹を消してしまえ。
You and your teacher were failures in that case. It is merely annoying for such a magus to be fighting. So get rid of your command spell now. That pisses me off. He doesn't need to ask. Oh, it's time to make a choice, guys. What should we do? Maybe we should save first. That's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, the choice is obvious. We probably shouldn't revoke the command spell because I'm pretty sure if we do, bad things will happen to us, so I guess we're gonna fight. Why not? I won't run away. I won't be a Shinji. Honestly, this Holy Grail War and Master stuff doesn't seem real to me. But still, if there are only two choices, fighting or running away, I will never run away. The priest said it too. If I am a magus, I should be ready. That is why I must decide. Even though I'm an amateur, Imiyashiro is a magus. A half-assed one. If I decide to become a superhero in the footsteps of Emiya Kiritsugu, whom I've admired all this time,
マスターとして戦う。
I will fight as a master.
10年前の火事の原因が聖杯戦争だって言うんなら、俺はあんな出来事を二度も起こさせるわけにはいかない。
If the cause of the fire 10 years ago was the Holy Grail War, I can't let it happen again. As if he likes my answer, the priest smiles with satisfaction. I take a deep breath. I've cut away all hesitation. As a man, I said I will fight. So from now on, all I have to do is go forward with pride so that I will not go against my word.
それでは君をセーバーのマスターと認めよう。
Then I shall approve you as Saber's master.
この瞬間に今回の聖杯戦争は受理され、
In this instant, the Holy Grail War is accepted.
これよりマスターが残り一人になるまで この町における魔術戦を許可する。おのおのが自身の誇りに従い、存分に競い合え。
I approve the battle in this town. From now until only one master remains, everyone shall follow their pride and compete fully against each other. The priest's voice echoes heavily through the church. There is no meaning to that declaration. Only Tosaka and I heard the priest's words. This man merely rang the starting bell as the priest of this church.
決まりね。それじゃあ帰るけど、私も一つぐらい質問していい？キレ。
So it's decided that I'm going home. But can I ask you a question too?
構わんよ。これが最後かもしれんのだ。大抵の疑問には答えよう。
I don't mind. This might be the last time, so I shall answer most questions.
それじゃあ遠慮なく。キレ、あんた見届け役なんだから、他のマスターの情報ぐらいは知ってるんでしょ？こっちは教会のルールに従ってあげたんだから、それぐらい教えなさい。
Then I shall ask, Kire, you're the one in charge of looking after this, so you should have information on the other masters. I followed the association's rules, so at least tell me what you know.
それは困ったな。教えてやりたいのは山々だが、私も詳しくは知らんのだ。
That's troubling. I really want to tell you, but I do not know the details either.
エミやシローも含め、今回は正規の魔術師が少ない。私が知り得るマスターは2人だけだ。
Including Imiyashiro.
エミやシローを加えれば3
There are
人。
not many legitimate magi this time. There are only 2 masters I know about. 3 if you include Imiyashiro.
あ、そう。なら、呼び出された順番ならわかるでしょ？
Oh, I see. Still, you should know the order they were summoned.
仮にも監視役なんだから。
You are the supervisor after all. I can't tell you that.
1番手はバーサーか。
Or maybe I
2
can.
番手はキャスターだな。あとはそう大差はない。先日にアーチャー、そして数時間前にセイバーが呼び出された。
Berserker was first. Caster was second. The rest are pretty much the same. Archer was yesterday, and Saber was summoned a few hours ago.
そう。それじゃあこれで。
I see. Then that means... Everyone's here.
正式に聖杯戦争が開始されたというこ
The
と。
Holy Grail War has officially started.
リン、聖杯戦争が終わるまで、この教会に足を運ぶことは許されない。許されるとしたら、
Rin, you are not allowed to come to this church until the Holy Grail War is over. The only time it is permitted is...
自分のサーバントを失って保護を願う場合のみでしょ？それ以外にあんたを頼ったら減点ってことね。
When I lose my servant and wish for protection, right? So I pretty much get points deducted if I come here for any other reason.
そうだ。おそらく君が勝者になるだろうが、減点がつい
It's
た
just like a
教会
game.
が黙っていない。連中はつまらない論議の末、君から聖杯を奪い取るだろう。私としては最悪の展開だ。
That is correct. You may become the victor, but the church will not ignore the points deducted. They will take the Holy Grail away from you if you, after a boring discussion. They will take the Holy Grail away from you after a boring discussion. That would be the worst case scenario for me.
エセ神父、教会の人間が魔術協会の肩を持つのね。
You fake priest, a person on the side of the church supporting the Magic Association?
私は神に仕える身だ。教会に仕えているわけではない。
I'm serving God. That does not mean I'm serving the church.
よく言うわ。だからエセなのよ、あんたは。
Whatever, that's why you're a fake. And Tosaka turns her back to the priest. After that, she just makes her way to the exit without saying goodbye.
おい、そんなんでいいのか、父さん。あいつお前の兄弟子なんだろ。 なら
Hey, is that okay, Tosaka? He was your fellow pupil, right? So, shouldn't there be a more proper farewell?
いいわよそんなの。むしろ縁が切れてせいせいするぐらいだもの。そんなことよりあなたも外に出なさい。もうこの
Is that any way to talk about your
状態に
guardian? I don't care. I rather feel relieved from breaking the ties to him. More importantly, you should leave too. You have no business here now. Tosaka walks across the floor without stopping and really leaves. I sigh and follow her. And then I feel a presence behind me and turn around. Surprise, bitch! The priest who was behind me who was behind me before I knew it is looking down on me.
なんだよまだなんかあるっていうのか
What? Do you have anything else to say? I back off as I say so. Just as I thought, I don't like him. Maybe we're just incompatible or something, but I can't get myself to like him.
話がないなら帰るからな
If you don't have anything to say, I'm going. I make my way to the door, trying to escape his stare. As I go,
喜べ少年。君の願いはようやく叶う。
Rejoice, boy. Your wish will finally come true. The priest says, as if declaring an oracle. Those words aren't those the true feelings I haven't yet realized?
何をいきなり
What are you saying all of a sudden?
分かっていたはずだ。明確な悪がいなければ君の望みは叶わない。たとえそれが君にとって容認し得ぬものであろうと。
You should
正義の
know.
味方には倒すべき悪が必要だ。
Your wish will not come true unless there is a clear evil. Even if it is not something you approve of, a superhero requires a villain to defeat. I feel like everything has turned black. The priest said it. The greatest wish and the ugliest wish I have are the same. Yes, the desire to protect something is, at the same time, none other than the wish for something to violate it.
お前
You. But there's no way I'd wish for something like that. I don't remember a moment when I've wished for that. Such an insecure wish just means that target ideals are inconsistent. Yeah, because they kind of are. But the priest says, as if to pierce my heart, good thing you have an enemy now.
何取り繕うことはない。君の葛藤は人間としてとても正しい。
No, you do not have to gloss over it. Your worries are right for a human being. I shake off the priest's words and walk to the door.
さらばだ、エミヤシロ。
Farewell, Emiyashiro.
最後の忠告になるが、帰り道には気をつけたまえ。
This will be my last warning, but take care on your way home.
これより君の世界は一変する。
Your world will change completely from now on.
君は殺し、殺される側の人間になった。その身はすでにマスターなのだからな。
You are at the point of kill or be killed. You are now a master.